Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, y'all. Hey. Mm, Child. y'all was throwing all the money at Auntie, weren't y'all? Thank y'all for all. I've never gotten that many super thanks before in one day. I'm like, geez, wow. Shit, maybe I need to do a tipsy recap on a more daily basis. I can't do that shit now because it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm at work. You know, air quotes work. so, but thank y'all. I might have to do that. I mean, I was so determined to get that damn uh episode done, and I'm trying to do better with getting it done the same day. So that's the reason why I stretched it. I had taken a break, talked about boo, went to that damn business marketing stuff, which really sparked a whole thing in me to do spark a whole business. But anyway, and I was like, I got to get this shit done. I mean, it might be 11 o'clock, but we gonna get this thing up, and we did. Even though I couldn't read the damn words on the screen, y'all helped me get through that, and I thank y'all for being patient with me and and helping me get through my day. I was just being honest, shit. I ain't never lied to y'all, so never lied. I ain't got no reason to do it. So I just wanted just to thank y'all for all the love and the super chats, because I'm like, woo, y'all was blessing Auntie, which means y'all already know, in the next front porch I will have to do the front porch AI Auntie to thank all of you all. If you don't know, if you ever give me a super chat, I always bring back my AI Auntie. That's the little lady that's sitting on the porch with the paint on. I let her talk, and we do a segment. We just thank everybody who gave. We put your picture up, we read your comment, and we acknowledge you, because we want you to know that your money is really being used for good uses, and that we don't take your giving for granted. We really are appreciative of that. So I will do that in the next front porch. I might work on the front porch between today and tomorrow and have it up by Saturday, because Saturday I'm supposed to be trying to go see Timon, aka Bion. And he's going to be at a local church in my area, so I'm trying to see him and then go to my theater workshop all in one day. I'm going to try, y'all. I'm going to try my best. If I don't get a picture with him, I will definitely get a picture of him, far off. But if I can get him early, then I will. The workshop starts at 8 and it ends at 4. My retreat that I have to go to, which is not too far away from where he'll be, it's going to be from 10 to 2. So I'm gonna try to stay there, get there early enough from 8 to 10, and then I'm gonna leave and go to my retreat for where I have to be. Then I'm gonna come back after 2 o'clock and go to the church from 2 to 4, and hopefully I can see him. Hopefully they have some type of agenda, because if he's gonna be there between 10 and 2, there's no way. Hopefully I get a chance to see him, but I'm gonna try, honey. I'm gonna waste my gas and take my ass over there and try to get a picture with him or of him. Okay, and a good friend of mine, she's a radio DJ. She's gonna be there, and I haven't seen her in so long, so I can't wait to put my arms around her and hug her. So I know some people, y'all. I know some people, but y'all, thank y'all so much for your love and your financial donate, your offering, honey. Cause the Church of Auntie recap, recap Auntie, she was a little tipsy yesterday. It was just from this dessert. That lady made the fuck out of that dessert. It was so good. So I wound up not having one, not two. I had four of them motherfuckers. So that's why when I sat down and was doing my damn video audio, I was, leaning to the side a little bit. Cause I was like, okay, I drove home. Cause I'm a lightweight, y'all. So I'm like, I drove home, okay, but damn, now that I'm trying to read these damn words on the screen, everything is blurry and shit. I don't give a fuck about what people say. I ain't taking no pictures. I was like, it was just done. So thank y'all for your patience. Thank you so much for your patronage. That means so much to me. And so let me go ahead and get started. I had to do this church announcement real quick because y'all, and I will respond to each and every comment under these last couple of videos in the next front porch. Okay. All right, y'all ready? I'm ready. Jasmine, I gotta knock on the door, boo. I'm old school, remember? You old school too. We all either X's or boomers. I saw that. So I'm knocking on on the gate. Let us in. Let's sit down, y'all. Y'all ready? Everybody got their chairs. Everybody got their cups in their hands to see how they're gonna entertain us. And so let me go ahead and get started with this recapping. Oh, here I go. I tell you which one I'm doing. Episode number 171, baby, on Beyond the Gate, season one. All right, you ready? I'm ready. We'll start this recap in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Miss Anita, I cannot believe that you're here, honey. We are at Garland Memorial Hospital. We hear Shanice just screaming like a bitch. Because guess who's in the house? Anita's in the house. He said, Anita's in the house. When I tell you Anita Dupree brings all the boys to the yard, honey, all of them nurses, they forgot all about the patients, the surgeries, honey, and they all circling around Anita Dupree, baby, to get her autograph. And as she's in the lobby, they only got one damn lobby in the hospital. We see Nicole coming off the elevator. And that old ghetto ass Shanice, oh girl, can I get a selfie? Because I'm going to be doing that shit on Saturday with Bill. Can I get a selfie? And Anita was like, of course you can. She says, girl, I was at the Articulates reunion concert and I have been kicking myself for not getting a photo with you at the after party. So yeah, I'm gonna be the same. My goal, y'all pray. I want y'all to pray hard that I'm able to get a picture with this man. I don't care if he's just before he hit the stage. I've got to get that picture with him before I go to my workshop. So y'all pray real hard to God, whomever you believe in. God is all. Y'all pray that I get over there because I'm gonna get up early, get my ass up early on Saturday. It's gonna be a long weekend for me, but I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm gonna get over there to that church. Yes, I said ass and church in the same sentence. And I'm gonna go over there and get that picture with Timon. I really am. I'm gonna try. Shanice is still talking. Girl, you probably heard me from your stage, honey, because I was singing all of your songs right along with you, girl. Oh, and Nicole is there. I love that colored top. Is it like a chocolate? Oh, that's a pretty color. Oh, that thing is pretty. It's satin, and she has on some tan, breeches and a little gold belt. She's still wearing that one necklace, honey. Whatever that necklace is that she bought for herself that she wanted to treat herself. It's like a solitaire diamond. She's been wearing that the whole time. But that looks good and it matches her lipstick. I will have pictures up today, but it looks so pretty. Now, satin, I cannot wear satin because I sweat the shit out of that stuff. Oh, well, thank you all, ladies, honey. This has been a blast. You're keeping it moving and grooving, ladies. Sometimes you got to do that, honey, to help boost your esteem so you won't forget who you is. Anita, I know what you was doing. You was there to visit your daughter, but you wanted to know that you still got it. You still bout it. You is. Hello, sweetheart. She gave her daughter a hug. Mother, I wish you could have called me before you came. Let me move a few things around so we can visit. Oh, I'm not at all surprised, honey, that you're busy, but there's no need for you to make time for me. While I'm always happy to see you, girl, you are not the reason why I'm here. Damn. Ooh, we at Uptown, honey, and Bernie and Sharon is meeting at one of the booths. And the first thing that Vernon does is kiss Miss Sharon, honey. Mwah. Vernon, Sharon says, look at you. All fine and whatnot. Oh, he says, oh, you're looking pretty good yourself, Sharon. Just wish I wasn't sharing you with the whole restaurant, if you get my drift. You sly dog, Sharon said. Oh, well, you know what I'm talking about. We can't let our meetings get back to Anita. So he looks around right before he said that word, that little sentence. What you doing, Vernon? Get the bop, 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 bop. Oh my God, what a beautiful over shot of the country club. It's beautiful. I see that y'all are trying to make these trees look more fall like. I see them. I see the tree that's turning a little burgundy. I see it. All right. And you got some green, but I see some of the leaves is a little burgundy. I see it. Okay. We getting fall. We getting there. We definitely getting there. They better not have that damn what is it? Fountain still turn on, because the fountain, you ain't supposed to have that fountain on during the fall and the winter time. But I don't see that the fountain is on. So I'm gonna have that picture on the screen. Y'all will see it. It look good, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you. It looks fall. Y'all must have been listening to me. Actually, I have to give Eva all the props for having the idea to call Dana. It's Ted, Leslie, Eva, and Jan. He's bigging up his Eva girl. And I'm glad you did. It was a privilege to help Ted's patient. Mr. Lindquist was so sweet. I just had to help him if I could. And there were personal reasons too, as she winked her eye. Well, oh, you're a good kid, Eva. But you left out that Ted did the surgery pro bono. This is such an odd little family, and it's quite the trio. Well, it's nice to see that you're putting the money you've been blessed with to good use. That's what Jan tells her. Well, I like to spread it around, girl. What else you like to spread for Ted in bed? Like funding the Leslie Thomas Sports Complex here. Wasn't that all about you getting your membership application approved, Mama? Well, what choice did I have, baby girl? I mean, this is where all the real competition for the pickup games are happening. Ted was like, wait the fuck a minute. You play pickup basketball? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that you played too. Eva was like, yeah, no, we've known each other for a very long time. But there is plenty left for you to learn about moi. Hmm, Ted says. Mm-hmm. Yeah, says a lot. Well, we are at the Bird Cafe and we see Kat showing up and she sees Smitty sitting there working on his laptop and she stops in her tracks. Okay, so now they're adding poinsettias in here. Okay, I see y'all building up the damn holiday spirit. Okay, I see. Okay, now I can read all of the words on the directory at the Bird Cafe. Okay, has the information on one floor, a place to wine. Okay, on another. Okay, wine. Done cooking. Okay, y'all better say these things. Okay, the caffeine fix. All right. Book it. Okay. Roof bar access. The PP room. Okay. And the ATM. Oh, y'all got an ATM. Okay, you got security, parking, and the elevator. All of those are going one way. Okay, gotcha. Never seen that whole damn directory until now because everybody was in the way. Now this jacket that Cat got on is noise. So she tried to leave, and so Smitty was like, I know that you and Martin got into that shit. I didn't realize your feud extended to me too. Kat was like, you seem busy. You writing an article? I really thought that you wouldn't want to talk to me too. So Smitty says it's more of an ad copy than an article. So they playing some cute music there too. Again, I think that they underlay that, you know, overlay, whatever it is, that music after this, because there's no way I could say my lines that loud damn music playing. And Smitty was like, girl, in my book, Samantha is the only one that's on punishment, baby. Kat was like, well, losing my only employee feels like a punishment to me. He says, look, I may have talked Martin off the ledge with that one, but you didn't hear it from me. Oh, she says you've always been the angel on Martin's shoulder. Oh. So Kat takes a seat. She said, well, maybe you can talk to his ass for talking and get an apology out of him for talking to me crazy. Smith was like, nah, that is between you and your bro, not me. I just wish Martin would understand that Tomas and I are still new and I was just downloading to Chelsea and I didn't realize Samantha was ear jocking. So he's supposed to understand you. He's supposed to believe me instead of always seeing me at the worst. Okay, good. Y'all are finally doing something, doing a follow through. Now, we're picking up where Danny had left off yesterday, telling Andre that they can't leave. And she was like, I understand. I hope you understand too. And so Dre was like, no, Danny, I don't fucking understand. Why the fuck did you cancel the trip to LA? This is a huge opportunity. You were dying to do this shoot. I'm like, shut up, Andre, so she can tell us what the fuck happened. He said, did Forrester change their mind? She's like, nope, I did. He was like, I don't fucking get it. Wasn't doing this ad campaign for this company the job that you've always dreamed of? She said, he was like, you were so damn excited. You told me about all the changes and the haggling that was going on. If you drop out of this shit now without no damn reason, he says, then they're not going to want to move on. They may probably never, ever, ever give your ass this opportunity again. Danny, this is going to be a big fucking deal that you're missing, girl. Well, Rich was very understanding and hopefully he won't hold it against me. He was like, but I don't get that shit. He said, this will be the second time you could turn that damn guy down. And why? Why take that damn risk? So she pulls up her picture of him taking the selfie, right? So she holds it up. She says, why? This is why, Andre. You sent this picture to me just as I was about to walk out the door to meet you. So what's wrong with the selfie? She says, I know you too well now. Getting on this plane to Los Angeles is the last thing you want to do. She says, I see it in your eyes. He looking all like blinking and shit. Stop blinking, baby. We need to find out why, girl. I think I want to get that purple mattress. I'm actually looking at the show in real time, and I need to get that purple mattress has been around for a long time. I'm thinking about getting me that. So anyway, back to the show. So if you are not here visiting your favorite daughter, so why are you here? That's what Nicole asks Anita. Why are you talking about that's the favorite daughter, girl? Just maintaining wellness. Anita says, I came from my annual with Dr. An. With Dr. An, I'm sorry, it's AHN. Dr. An. Funny, Nicole says. I spoke to her ass yesterday and she didn't say nothing about you coming in for an appointment, girl. And she always looks forward to seeing you. Well, that's probably because I made the appointment late yesterday. Her office manager had to juggle some things to squeeze me in. Why the last minute appointment, mother? Did something come up? Oh, girl, not at all. I'm fine. Well, I've just gotten so busy and gotten behind on my medical appointment. A physical, mammogram, pap, bone density scan. Girl, we women go through some shit. Well, everybody goes through some, but honey, we get poked, squeezed, punched, shit, stabbed. This body, honey. Ooh, this body, baby. Mm-mm-mm. Mother, you are never too busy to look after your own health. This is a message. I have told you that more than a few times, Nicole says. Anita's like, bitch, who is the mammy here? Don't make me pull out the big pow pows, okay, mother? Do I need to get daddy on the phone so that he can remind you how important your health is? Well, I thought that you were being too cautious before. But that woman over there has looked at us more than once. We're back at Uptown, baby, with Sharon and Vernon. So there's a lady peeking over there at them. Lord, don't let that lady pull up her phone and place that shit online, please. Where is she? At the bar, but don't turn around because that would be too obvious. When I tell you Sharon's voice has changed since she's, become more rich and she's an articulate and she tours. When we first met her, she was ghetto as fuck. Now she has this very distinguished, sexy, asymmetric wig on, baby, and she has her big baubles around her neck, and she has her makeup on, honey. She's refined like fine wine. Describe her, Verna says. She's tall, medium complexion, businesswoman, wearing a lovely tan pantsuit. So the lady turns and waves at Vernon. He peeks around. Didn't Sharon tell him don't make it so damn obvious? And he did, waving and nodding, all guilty and shit. uh, Sharon says, did I make a mistake? Are we in the clear? We're fine, Vernon says. She's an old work acquaintance. I knew her in my Senate days. Now, when you say know her or knew her, Vernon, are we talking about Bible know? Or just what's up? No, you need to let us know. Sharon says, does Anita know her? That's the question. Oh, Vernon says she may have met her once or twice. She was a staffer for another senator. Yeah, she lives in Virginia. Doesn't travel in our circles. So I don't see her seeking Anita out to tell her that I'm here with you. Which probably looks to her like two old friends catching up. Two friends catching up. That's good, Vernon. Real good. Fortunately for us, in a place like this, you're more likely to run into someone who knows one of my daughters or granddaughter than someone who knows my wife. And then Sharon just gave a big wide-eyed look like, okay, if you say so. When Martin and I were kids, it was always the same. We're back at the Bird Cafe when Catherine is talking to Smitty about her relationship with her brother. We're not going to go through all of the. I'll listen. If she says something profound, I'll talk. If not, next scene, please. So it sounds like they've had this same issue all the time. He would get mad at her. She would apologize for something that she didn't do. Then he would hold a fucking grudge. Sounds like he ain't grow up at all, girl. So she just tells him a little bit more. So trying to apologize to that stubborn asshole, no, that ain't gonna work. And she says Tomas too. He was like, wait a minute, Tomas is mad at your ass now? She's like, yeah, he just doesn't. He wants me to just break bread and be cool with Eva, but I ain't doing that. Um, I'm just not gonna do that shit. And he wants me to bury the damn hatchet with Eva, but I'm bracing for the next time that shit is aimed at my damn back. So you canceled our work trip based on a selfie? We're back at the quote unquote airplane little hangar area with Danielle and Andre. This is not what this is all about. It's about what you said when my parents came over to say goodbye. I told them to thanks for the good wishes and we'll see their asses when we get back. That's what I said. Risk, nigga. You said it more than once, she said. Risk. You said this trip was worth the risk. And then when I asked you to explain, you just kind of explained it away. Then you said that shit again later on, and then it just kept slipping into conversations like you couldn't help it. Like there's some risk about this whole damn thing that you didn't want to talk about. He was like, "So now this is about my vocabulary." I mean, Danny, this made more sense when it was about a damn selfie. Nah, nigga. You don't get to do that. You don't get to evade. I can sense it. Remember, she has witchy poo power. This is more than just, I don't like to take pictures. He says, I don't like it, but it doesn't matter. And besides, Danny, you've taken a whole hell of a lot of pictures of me in private. Nah, you are not getting out of this shit with that bedroom sexy ass voice of yours either. No, you're not getting the pass. So you might as well go ahead and just tell me what the fuck is going on because I'm not going anywhere until you do. Okay. Okay. I'll tell you the truth. Thank God. When was the girl had to threaten you? Now I really don't think that she called what's his name? Bryce or whatever the fuck his name is. Royce. Whatever his name is. I don't think she called him. I think she's calling Andre's bluff. I don't think she called. What's the man's name? Forrester. Ridge. Yeah. I spliced it. Yeah, I ain't drinking now, I promise. Well, you know I've been against this whole damn thing from the beginning. I mean, Pamela came in with that offer, and I did everything in my power that I could to put that shit away. Yeah, because of this whole I belong behind the camera and not in front of it. But Pamela got me alone, and she made it pretty crystal clear how much this meant to you. She told me that if I really, really cared about your beautiful self, that I will put those doubts away. She was like, "Ugh, but they weren't just doubts, were they? Just be honest. We tell each other the truth, right?" He says it's not just doubts, but it's what I know. He says he's been taking pictures of people for a long time, long enough to know Riz when I see it. Riz. Respect. Is that to know Riz? Y'all know y'all young kids will tell me, what was Riz again? Damn. Let me look up ChatGPT. Tell me what the fuck Riz is.
Ashar, so the slang Riz is basically short for charisma. It's kind of a fun, shortened way people use to talk about someone's charm or their ability to flirt and attract others. So if someone's got Riz, it just means they've got a lot of charisma.
Well, there you go. I long enough to know charisma when I see it. When you have it, you just have it, and when the camera sees it, it just eats it up. But when you fucking don't, he says you stick out like a zebra in a hippo family. Yeah, you true. That's true. Yeah. He says, and that was going to be me. She's like, you're being ridiculous. He says, I'm being fucking serious. I'm not being modest, and I'm not being humble. He did look a little uncomfortable on that selfie picture. He did. He looked real uncomfortable. But he took a picture like that before with the big head and the little body that y'all was talking about. Remember that time he sent her that picture when he was half naked. He said your husband is ready, and she left Nicole because Nicole was talking to her. She's like, "Bitch, I gotta go, because I have an appointment." Anyway, so he likes to take pictures. So he's gonna have to explain. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. He goes on and says he knows for a fact what the fuck's gonna happen because he's seen it firsthand through his lens. Oh, he says when he first said no to this because he was afraid that he was going to ruin her comeback. This shoot is as high profile as they get, boo. All of the industry decision makers are going to see it. And if it falls flat, they're going to blame the model who should have stayed in retirement. But I know that it's cruel, but Danny, that's the business. Then why did you say yes? She said. After Pamela made me see how much I was standing in your way, I tried to convince myself that since you were the diamond, that no one will be looking for me since I was the unpolished rock. Clock it. You better say that, Andre. Maybe that's why they never showed the conversation because Pamela talked to him, and the next time we saw him, he was sitting down on the couch. Pamela had already left. So I was like, what did they talk about? So he said, so he went with it, you know. But I never really stopped worrying about it and how it would affect you in the end. I ain't stopped worrying about that. Oh, he says that's the truth. He said he cares too much to hurt Danny. I hope that she cares a lot about you too, honey. Because Bill is, don't mess with Bill. No, 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 no. Cute. Threatened to call your father. We are back at Nicole's office, and that was Anita talking to her daughter. And then Nicole was like, well, it was worth a try. I am concerned. Honey, there is nothing to be concerned about, Anita said. Every one of the aforementioned appointments has been booked. Yeah, I had my normal, I had my mammogram, everything was done this year. Yeah, everything was done because I have a history of breast cancer on my sister's side of the family, and unfortunately she had it, but she beat it, so she's still around kicking. And I'm gonna see her in about another month. She's rededicating her life to Christ. She's gonna get baptized, so God has really healed her. So I think that she found out about her breast cancer around my age, in her mid 50s. She's just a couple of years older than me, but so now I'm really diligent on making sure that I check mine to make sure that I'm cool. So yeah, because it never appeared. It just popped out the blue. We don't have it. She doesn't have it on her mother's side. My mom didn't have it. Of course, we have different fathers, and we tried to figure out if we had it on anybody or and our aunts or cousins. And I don't remember my dad telling me about any of the aunts having breast cancer, but she had it. She got she did a double mastectomy, and when I tell you that heifer got her new titas, they was standing up, girl. I said, I'm jealous, not jealous of the process, but I'm like, girl, they kill. I mean, she actually showed us the cuts and everything, and she's like, see, we're like, okay, that's my sister, so like blood sister, like father sister. I was like, all right. Bless her heart. But any of you guys who have suffered or are fighters or winners from that disease, breast cancer, kudos to y'all. Love y'all. I really respect the journey. My boyfriend's mom went through chemo a few years ago when we first met each other. And she beat it too. She was able to ring the bell. I love hearing that bell when it rings. So if you are a fighter, or if you have a family member that's suffered from breast cancer, I even heard that men do suffer from it too. So I don't, this is not for the women, it's for men. God bless you. God bless you. And many long lives to you, because cancer does fucking suck. Thanks to Laura, who's been a dream, Anita says. You know she wanted to steal Laura from Nicole. Thank you so much for lending her to me, honey. She has been doing so well with helping with the Winterfest, get it up on its feet. Oh, yes, Laura is phenomenal, but I can't take the credit for the loan out, though. Actually, it was her idea. She mentioned that, and I don't understand why the girl would want to volunteer for this type of undertaking. Oh, she knows what a big thing this 20th anniversary is going to be. She knows that. And she said she wanted to be fully part of the plan, Nicole said. Well, I'm just so grateful that she's chosen to roll up her sleeves and dive into the fray. She's really doing a lot of the heavy lifting. Well, you need to pay her some coin. I'm not surprised, Nicole says. Laura remembers how the whole family rallied around her after the accident. So it's just her way of saying thank you. Not that it was actual an accident. Yeah, well, honey, we all know the truth. Yes, we do. And when are y'all gonna deal with that? Because y'all know what happened. But this girl is walking around building houses and shit. If only it could have been proven. And then the next scene we see, oh, Leslie looking all snake like and everything at Ted. Ted is telling her, like, look, honey, I ain't had no idea of this sporty side of you. You know, the basketball shit that she talking about she does now. He says, you're gonna have to explain to me how you became to love basketball. And so Eva is looking at her mama like, and we'll see. Way back when there was someone, I can't remember who, but they gave Peaches some tickets, and then she took me to see the Harlem Globetrotters. Ted was like, you kidding? You saw them live? What? Who are the Harlem Globetrotters? Hush your mouth, Eva. Hush your mouth. Oh, baby, you haven't seen basketball until you've seen them. I was hooked when I found out that Curly, he was the bald guy of the Harlem Globetrotters. When I found out that he was an alumni of my college, Johnson C. Smith University, I was tripping. I was like, what? We have a Globetrotter that went to my college? Dang. Listen, I got to see the most famous globetrotter of them all. Meadowlark Lemon. They both said it at the same time. Ted and her, Meadowlark Lemon. Mm. She was like, so he starts to ask Eva, honey, did you follow in your mother's footsteps and catch the basketball bug? I mean, can you even say that you from Chicago if you aren't even a Bulls fan? I haven't been to a game in a while. Like she looking at her mother like, right? Bitch, we ain't never been to no game, but you such this fucking big old basketball fan, mama. And Ted was like, okay, all right, I hear you, Will. Well, we're gonna have to change that. Yeah. He said, he said that we should all go together the next time the Wizards play the Bulls. If you a DC person like DC, I remember when they changed the name of our basketball team. We used to be named the Washington Bullets, aka we were the number one murder capital of the world back in the 90s. But we used to be named the Washington Bullets for a little bit. If you know, you know. He was like, Jan, would you join us? We can always get a real big group together. And that's what Ted said. She's like, I appreciate the invitation. And she folds up her napkin. She says, but hockey is more of my sport. Speaking of hockey, I went to see hockey 2 years ago in my city. I really had a good time. I was really impressed. I like to see all them people beat up each other with the sticks. It is so much fun. She says she's going to stick to cheering on the Washington Capitals. She calls them the Caps, but that's what they're called, the Washington Capitals. So Jan looks at her phone and her watch and oh, I gotta go. Leslie, thank you for the breakfast, honey, but I gotta go. Just like a typical friend, honey. Eat and run, honey. Eat and damn run. Oh, I forgot. I forgot to tell Jan something. I'll be right back. This was Eva leaving Leslie and Ted alone at the table. Jan, please don't go. Okay, make up some excuse to stay a little longer, please. That's what Eva caught her in the lobby. Ah, Jan was like, you want me to be a buffer between Leslie and Ted, don't you, girl? Remember when I asked you to help rein her in? Look, I'm telling you, she's planning more than a friendship with Tad. And I know because when she has a sight on someone, she starts to become a whole other person. I've never heard her talk about this much sports in my entire life. Eva, I understand, but she pauses real long, look at her watch. I really need to go. This is what Jan said. And you have to remember that Leslie won't be able to get far unless she has a willing partner, okay? But if your dad is not interested, then there's nothing she says will make a difference. So Jan leaves. She's like, Jan, hmm. So she turns around and sees them chit chatting. Again, Ted is not a willing person. He will date Shanice or June before he kicks it with her again. What happened with Samantha was an accident, but all that stuff with Eva wasn't my fault at all. We're back at the Bird Cafe, and this is Catherine talking to Brian, aka Smitty. And their name is no Bradley or Brad. It's one of them B words. He says there's a difference between taking blame and taking ownership. Maybe you should be able to like look at both sides because Martin and Tomas aren't necessarily wrong either. So we're just going to listen. He's going to give her some good advice. Hopefully she follows through with it, but we're just going to listen, honey. If they say something that pops, I'll talk. If not, Nick. So he was like, does that make sense that, Martin and Tomas might not be completely wrong? She's like, honey, I would let you get back to your work, honey. He's like, it figures. So they kiss each other, told each other they love each other. She skedaddled. Okay, so we're back at Ashley's box with Derek there to get a lot of his items. And we have Liam and Cheryl. These are two characters, extras that's coming over. I'm thinking they're part of the fire department. Okay, hey y'all. Y'all better get y'all little speaking roles on here. Hey. So they came over here to help him. They was like, wow, it's good to see you back out of your shell, bro. Yeah. Everybody at the stations was missing you, bro. And so they all heard about what happened between him and Ashley. They not together. He said he's disappointed, but whatever, honey. We ain't gonna go through all of that. Everybody know. How does everybody fucking know about what happened? Maybe because he has to move back in there with them. He got kicked out of Ashley's box. He got to go. I know y'all like Shar and Ashley's box. That's what her apartment is shaped like, a box. So he said, "Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but sometimes some relationships are just not meant to be." So he appreciates them coming by to help. And speaking of boxes, I mean, he got boxes there, so so he said he doesn't have a lot there. He's had the boxes in the chair. So girlfriend said she got, no, not girlfriend, but the young lady, I can't remember her name. I said it, but I don't remember, y'all. Uh, she has her car, Liam has his truck. They'll split out, everything. He says, I'm sure I'm going to try to move as much out of here as possible, so that it looks like that I've never lived here. Of course, that's what Naomi told him to do. Like, Nick, you need to move all your shit as if you've never been here. So that's what he's trying to do, is just move everything out, leave no traces of himself. So Shanice, we're back at the hospital. So Shanice is showing Ashley, the selfie pictures that she took with Miss Anita. Which one should I post? So she picked a real pretty one. So we hear the elevator bell ding, and it's Naomi getting off the elevator, coming to talk to her bestie. How did it go? Ashley says. So Naomi gave her Derek's key. That he's right there right now, hauling out the rest of his shit, and he will put the spare underneath the mat once he's cleaned all his shit out. It all seems so final, she says. And she actually looks at Naomi and says, how was he? Naomi was like, bitch, how was he? Like I said, that Ashley is so fucking confusing. She's only feeling this way towards Derek because Andre has decided to move on with his wife. Now she cares. She gives a fuck about him now. She's the most confusing pussycat on this fucking show, and I just can't stand. The character is good. Now I don't want her to lose her job, but the character Jen is good. Ashley, I don't like her because you've been treating this man like bullshit as much as you could, but now that Andre don't want your ass, now you're like, how is he? Do you think I was too mean to him? I mean, was I mean? He knows that he hurt your ass, Ashley. That's how he is, Naomi says. And why the fuck do you keep feeling sorry for him? I mean, I can't help it, she said. I mean, I know that he lied about getting better, and whether he wants to admit it or not, he did manipulate me too. So, I mean, he felt insecure and he didn't want to lose me, but if I'm being real honest, I wasn't perfect either. I put off setting the wedding date, and she looks behind her to see Shanice is listening, and never fully resolved my feelings for Andre. Oh, Shanice heard that shit, babe. But I have to stick to my guns. What Derek did was worse, and I know the situation is in black and white. I know that. I made the right decision. And Shanice was like, that's my girl. Naomi says, oh, she has a soft heart. But no, girl, stick to your fucking guns, Shanice said. You have to do what's best for you. Simple as that, girl. It's just like nursing. You cannot take care of yourself if you're no good to anybody else, honey. Nobody else. I mean, okay, maybe we shouldn't be talking about this here, Ashley says. Shanice was like, bitch, you don't have to hold back with me, girl. I like Derek, and you already know that shit. I mean, he's my patient, but I treat girl code just as much as I do HIPAA. So trust me, I won't be spilling this tea. Naomi says, girl, you know you are so lucky for having a boss that you can count on, girl. Mm. You have no idea how many people just blow smoke at you, Ash. So yeah, Shanice is a good boss. Nurse boss Shanice. That's what I called her from day one. Nurse motherfucking boss Shanice. I mean, listen to your friend. She's smart, like Shanice says. And I'm just not saying this because I got to take a couple selfies with her grandmammy a little while ago either, which was fucking amazing. Gran was here, Naomi says. Why? Shanice was like, Heifer, now what did I just say about HIPAA and not spilling the tea? Your ass is going to have to ask her yourself. Okay, Naomi says, I guess that is proof that Shanice can be trusted. But seriously, Ash, Derek is going to be coming around here for a lot of more PT sessions with Shanice, and that is really going to be awkward for you. So what do you want her to do, Naomi? What do you want her to do? She's not going to quit her job. Tell me about it, Ashley says. I mean, his ass was just here today. So Naomi was like, okay, so let's work through the problem. Maybe you could take lunch while he's doing PT with Shanice. Ashley was like, bitch, lunch. Lawyers take lunch, heifer. Nurses eat on their feet while they're juggling patients. So that's not a good thing. Okay, Ashley, I hear you. Because I'm like, that didn't even sound right when Naomi said lunch. That didn't even sound right. Don't be lying, girl. You ain't ever lied. Shanice like, okay. Naomi says, okay, well, maybe lunch is off the off the list. Maybe whenever Derek is around, you just have to act like you're too busy when he's here. Okay. And then she looks all sad. What did you want, girl? You only want Derek because Andre's ass don't want you. Just as confused. And Shanice was like, don't worry about that because when we ain't busy, I have a whole list of stuff that you can do to keep your mind off him when he's here. So Shanice sends her skedaddling off to some man's room. to check up on him. She says, see, busy is never a problem around here. And she says, and Derek's ass won't be either. And she leaves Naomi, and she needs to chit chat. Okay, the young lady's name is Cheryl. So we're back at Ashley's box. So they've helped him remove all the stuff out. They said that that doo doo brown chair was nasty as fuck. She's like, yeah, Ashley should said the same thing too. Yeah, it's nasty. Throw that shit out. Uh-oh. So Cheryl is there talking to Derek because Liam left. And so she says she'll help him look around to see if there's anything left. He was like, I don't think I need to look around. There's nothing left. She's like, I know. She said, I just wanted just to say you are a strong guy. Oh, competition. She's like one of the best ones in the firehouse. And I'm not just talking about it, just you being a fireman and strong and handsome and all, but you have strength of mind and heart. He's looking like, "Ugh?" She says, what you're going through is so, hard, but you're going to get through the hump. And she touches him on his shoulder. Cheryl is pretty too. She moved in closer to him and says, and I want you to know that you don't have to go through this alone. Because she's Spanish. You could tell she has a very thick Spanish accent. You don't have to go through this alone. Oh, and they kiss in Ashley's box. Ooh. Is this why you've been kicking and tossing and turning in your sleep the last few nights? We're with Danielle and Andre at the airport hangar, still trying to talk about why he's so scared to take pictures or be in front of the camera instead of behind. I didn't realize. She's like, nigga, you've been really restless, Andre. I mean, you can stand here and lie to me if you want to, wide awake, but nigga, when you sleep, you be kicking me. Shit. And all of this because you thought that you could somehow end my comeback before it even got off the ground? I mean, yeah, something like that, he says. Look, I think in pictures, Danny. And what I saw really made me nervous. I didn't want to tell you before, and I didn't want to tell you today, but you put me on the damn spot. Look, just forget what I said. Come on, we already missed the first flight, but we can catch the next one in about an hour. He was like, man, if not that, I can wake up my fucking pilot. You better have a pilot, nigga. He said, let's do the fucking shoot. Damn. Stop, she says. You were willing to swallow all of those fears, and I should be willing to do just as much for you. I meant it before, and I mean that shit even more now, Danny says. The trip is fucking off. I'm calling Pammy. We are just getting started, and I'm not going to put you through all of this. I care about you too much. And you'll be glad to know that the ice rink will still be on the first fairway as usual. But the exciting news is the light show. We're back at Nicole's office with Mother Anita and Nicole. Sounds like a showstopper, Nicole says. Oh, honey, it will be. Oh my God, it will be. It's going to stretch from the gates outside the main plaza all the way up to the clubhouse. Sounds fantastic. Well, what? Something else will sound really fantastic. What? Anita says. Getting back to what I wanted to talk about in the first place. You getting your physical. There is nothing to talk about. Now, I've already had a lecture by Dr. An about being better at making my appointment. And other than that, the whole thing was rave review. Heart rate, vitals, and everything else all within normal range. And apparently, I have the blood pressure of a woman half my age. Your looks as well. Honey, your flattery is noted and accepted. Even though I already had my ego boost with the nurses. Oh, you don't fool me, mother. The only opinion that you really care about is daddy. You always knew exactly what to say. We're back at Uptown with Sharon and Vernon leaning into each other at the booth at the Uptown. And y'all don't look like just friends catching up, Vernon. No, no, no. It's still early. We can always go back to the hotel and I can show you what I mean. And you can see that lady in the background that she mentioned earlier. She's scoping it out. He said, look, I'd be missed if I'm gone too long, so I understand. Oh, wait. She reaches in her purse for some. I am so relieved to see those. I guess those are damn, what are those? What them clip what damn what are those? Cuff motherfucking links. Why the fuck could I not think of Don't get old, y'all. Please don't get old. Well, they were on the dresser, right where you left them. I found them for you. Sharon, honey. I hope that lady ain't taking pictures of them and then sending that shit to Anita. I was definitely fretting that I had left them and the whole housekeeper had vacuumed them up. Well, I see you tomorrow, Sharon says, as if I'd miss that. But I better go ahead on and say goodbye to our old friend over there by the bar just to make sure that we're okay. And she shakes her hand. You burning. I could have played that role. Y'all could have put me a mushroom wig on, baby, and put me on a light, damn tan suit. I could have played her. Shit. Sharon is looking like, bitch, don't you open your mouth. Hey, Eva gets back and sits down with her parents. Remember, you have to keep me in mind the next time you're in need or one of your patients is in need, like Mr. Lindquist. And I'd be happy to step up. Don't do it, Ted. Don't trust her ass. Because if you pay, she's going to be expecting you to pay. And we ain't talking about no coin. So Ted was like, well, situations like that don't happen every day. But if you're looking to do some good with your money, oh my God, please don't tell her that she needs to donate to that Winterfest. Because if she does, she gonna be expected to be there. Watch when I push play in this nigga. Please let me be wrong, because I'm wrong a lot. Okay, he said he got plenty of suggestions. He said there's the NAACP. I'm used to saying NAACP empowerment program. There's the United Negro College Fund. She said, "Oh, okay. What about the one that I saw on this? I saw a sign for out in the lobby. What is Winterfest? Shit. Oh, it's an annual event put on by the Dupree Heritage Foundation. They focus on raising money and awareness for charity events. I think this year they're focusing on mental health for music professionals in honor of your late Mammy Barbara. God dog it, dead. And you know Leslie gonna be like, wait the fuck a minute. Y'all gonna honor my mama and I don't know shit about this? And she's gonna show up there and show her ass. He talks about he's the surprise that she don't know about it. Yeah, so am I. I remember seeing something about Winterfest in Nicole's files when I worked for her. All those bold-faced names among the invitees. It seemed pretty fucking amazing, Eva said. Yeah, Ted, it's a fun event. No doubt, Leslie says. Will you be attending, Ted? I mean, after you and Nicole, you know. He says, I've spoken with Nicole. He says, and I wouldn't miss it. Mm-mm. Sounds lovely, she says. And what a way to let the community know that you care about the things that they care about. I like all of Dad's charity suggestions. She's really trying to. Oh, she knows her mammy oh too well. She's still trying to like take up for her mother. Instead of warn her father, she's steadily trying to take up for her mom. I mean, maybe we should talk about which one will be actually be the best fit for you to get involved with, Mama. Ted was like, I'll let you two debate about that shit. I gotta get to the hospital. So he leaves and they get to talking, honey. Leslie does this real fake bye, blinking her eyes. Don't, Eva says. Don't what? We are at the palace, honey. Vernon gets home. Anita is already there. Oh, back from your appointment. How did it go? Vernon asks his beautiful wife. Well, I've got the third degree for my daughter, so I'll bottom line it for you. It went well. Oh, music to my ear. I hope that doesn't mean that you're gonna burst into song again. Ugh. He says, "Don't worry, Sugar Plum. I can take a hint." So he reached in to kiss her. She's like, "You smell like perfume." There's something familiar about it, but I can't quite place it. Oh, I was in town and I ran into Don Hall's chief of staff. Oh, that stern woman who always walks around with a leather-bound notebook. The very same. Yeah, she always did go around a little heavy with that perfume. Well, she does live in Virginia now, and she doesn't come to town too often. Ooh, Anita says, well, good, because I don't like my man coming home with some other woman's scent on him. I'm going to get some iced tea, baby. You want some? Oh, very much, baby. Thank you so much. Ooh. Of course, it's not going to be as good. I know I would bring it. We are back at the airport with Danny and Andre, and she's talking to, maybe it's Pamela. Andre would too. But Pamela, the decision is final, girl. Maybe things will work out with Forrester someday. Whatever music they playing, I swear it sounds like it's like from the 70s in the background. I hope so, Danny says, because those designs were so fucking dreamy. And you can see Andre looking in the background like wide eye, like shit. I need to take a picture of that. But someday, not today. Pamela, I love you. But this conversation is over, girl. This conversation is over. Bye. Hey, you okay? Andre says, I never heard you talk to her that way before. Oh, she'll be fine. We're like an old married couple. A little argument is cleansing every now and then. Speaking of married couples, the work part of this trip might be out the window, but don't we have a honeymoon to plan? So Andre was like, yeah, I guess we should get on to the house and start figuring that shit out. We are at the airport and there is a jet. So just pick a destination and the honeymoon begins in three, two, one. Y'all already know. And then they give a big kiss. I told you they be watching my shit. I just started my countdown maybe about 3 weeks ago. Not even a month. Now Danny is doing my countdown, whatever. They just be kissing. And damn, we're back at Ashley's box. And Cheryl, who's the AKA the ambulance rider, tonguing Derek the fuck down, all in Ashley's apartment. Nigga, you need to go on to the fire apartment so you can be finger banging her there. Thank you. He's kissing her like, oh, this is wrong. Well, even more wrong since we're in Ashley's apartment, right? Duh. She was like, Derek, I'm sorry. This is not a good idea. Let me guess. You're still in love with her? I am, he says. He says, I'm messing things up and I know she doesn't want to do with me anything to do with me anymore. But I like the angle that they're showing here. They're showing the walker in the foreground and them in the background, but they're clear, but that is in the way, the walker. That will always be a part of the breakup of Ashley and Derek. So but it's strange, honey. I mean, Cheryl's always been digging you like that. He says he can't help it. He's still in love with the girl. Oh shit, he talking about he do anything he can in his power to go back and change everything. And Ashley was the best thing that ever happened to him in this world, and he just can't think of anybody else right now. Cheryl was like, "Fuck you." He was like, "Oh, I hope that you understand." She said, "I can't say that I'm not disappointed, but I get it. I hope someday that Ashley realizes exactly what she gave up." She picked up that box. It like was nothing in it. She leaves. He's like, "Whoa." He might have to go take a shower. She leaves. So, we're back at the hospital. Naomi is still there. Naomi, where's your husband? Where's Jacob? Why are you there trying? Well, I mean, you're being a friend. I get it. Go ahead and be there for your friend. You okay if I take her for like an hour? The girl is at work. Why don't you go? Where's your job at, Naomi? Damn. So Shanice was like, absolutely, girl. I think she needs it. Okay. So Ashley comes back. Okay, that is not obvious at all. So Shanice was like, you're right. I don't even know why we were fucking whispering. Look, clock the fuck out because Naomi is taking you to lunch, okay? What is this all about? Ashley says. Naomi was like, exactly what Shanice says. So think of where you want to eat, bestie. Shanice was like, girl, I vote for Orphe jeans, honey, because you need to put some meat on them bones. She really do, honey, because the sisters around there is thieves. I can't go to lunch. We're short staffed today, Ashley says. And Shanice was like, girl, we are short staffed every damn day. And since that's not going to change, I would, while the going is good, I will take my ass on and take that opportunity while you got it. Because only God knows when you'll have another break. I mean, I wouldn't be able to recover enough bodies to cover if you were going to be gone multiple days and when you got married, girl. So go on and take this 30 minutes and you'll be all right. And so she also says days. It will also be how long you're going to be out if you don't take care of yourself now. There has been a very underlining, visible thread. Y'all know I like the visible threads through these episodes about taking care of yourself. Like how Danny wants Andre, to take care of himself. Like you're afraid, and then Anita taking care of herself, and now Shanice is telling Ashley to take care of herself. Ashley's fine, girl. Ashley be all right. Take a break. I'll see you back in an hour, Shanice says. Naomi was like, girl, how about not to look a gift horse in the mouth? Shanice was like, girl, I'm going to really ignore that fucking horse part. And you, newbie nurse, enjoy your time off. You're no good when you're this distracted with patients, okay? Now scoot, go, bye, deuce, bye. So she leaves. So we will see Ted at Nicole's office. Man, don't let me push play. And he's over there to tell Nicole that he told Leslie about that, the Winterfest thing, and that they're going to be honoring her mammy. He's like, I know, and I'll be brief. I just want to follow up on our conversation about the Winterfest. I want to bring Eva as my plus one. Great. She took a deep breath like she was relieved, like, because who had told her? Was it Vanessa? Was it Vanessa or Shanice? Somebody had put it in Nicole's head, or Laura. It was Laura. Laura was saying, "Oh my God, we all know that Ted is going to probably bring Leslie as his plus one because remember she saw them hugging, or was it somebody had told that to Nicole? Was when he told her that Eva was the plus one, which I said a week and a half ago. She took a sigh of relief. He was like, am I missing something? And she says, obviously, Eva is welcome. I'm just glad that you're inviting her and not her evil ass mammy. He's like, oh no. She's like, whatever. Still, have you really thought of this through about inviting Eva? He was like, what do you mean? So aloof. So just clueless, honey. She was like, have you considered how Kat is going to feel about that? And hopefully you will tell her that you told Leslie about this whole thing. Because Leslie's going to show her ass there. You know that, right? Because I can tell you, honey, it's not going to be good. Nicole tells him. Would you take a minute and think straight for a change? We are back at the country club. Eve was talking to her mammy, who never thinks straight. I mean, do you ever get tired of lecturing me? I am trying to get you to see the bigger picture. I know that you think that getting involved in the Dupree's charity is going to help you on this mission to get back with Dad. But you don't have to make it that complicated, Mama. What do you mean? There are other damn charities out there, Mama. Ted would think you're generous no matter who you donate to. But it isn't just about Ted, okay? You don't think that I don't see the way these people look at me when I walk through this place. And even though I am building them a state of the art sports complex, they still turn up their over powdered noses at me, convinced that I don't belong. They hate new money. Nobody in this club has money older than the emancipation, Mama. What I think people hate is someone who tears down a classic home in order to build a house across the street from the community's most respected family. You make my argument for me. What better way to make them forget about all of that than to get myself involved in the very thing that means the most to the Duprees? When I tell you this lady makes my stomach do a figure eight, it's like I just want her to do better. That's all. I just want this character to do better. I really do. It's like she's refusing to see that this man does not want her ass. Her daughter's trying to tell her, her friend is trying to tell her, he's tried to tell her. And she just refuses to see it. She really feels that they can rekindle what they had over 30 fucking years ago. Eva is fucking exhausted, and so am I. Eva was like, oh God. So we're back with Danielle and Andre. Rio de Janeiro? Ah, we need a visa. What about Dubai? He says. She's like, I'm not allowed back there. What the fuck did you do, Danny? You not allowed back in Dubai? Damn. He was like, because, well, short version, it involves several large bottles of Cristal, a prince's private villa, and a Siberian tiger. Ooh, girl. Ooh, please do tell more, Danny. I will tell you the long version once we're in the air. Because he was like, what? He was like, yeah, you better. So he was like, what about Miami? She was like, what are we doing? He's like, I thought we were picking out our spots for our honeymoon, boo. She was like, why the fuck are we picking? We're already headed to LA. Let's just go out there. Pamela has booked us first class flights, hotel, and a bunch of other places that she knew we'd like. On Forrester's dime, he says. She's like, mine. I told her to pad the schedule with the clubs and the restaurants that we could hit before and after the shoot. He was like, Danny, are you sure? She's like, I love LA. When I was a young model and Pamela was my age, we would hang out on Sunset Strip. We would go to Whiskey a Go Go, the Roxy. It was dirty, but in all the best place, in all the best ways and stuff. Yeah. It's late, y'all. I started early, but it's like almost 11 o'clock at night. I be trying, honey. I be trying. Look, I haven't seen the boo in over a week. Y'all read between the lines. Filled with sex, alcohol, and other things. I mean, she just said everything that Auntie was fit to say. She said, but Bill's ass came along and ruined all that shit. But that's not the point. The point is, I know that place like the back of my hand, and still, it always surprises me. Oh, and there is this soul food spot in Lemon Park that will grow hair on your body in places that you didn't know that you had hair. He's just listening and taking it all in. He says, well, sounds like we have a destination. Okay, let's get to the gate before it's too late. Yeah. Of course, I've thought about the ramifications of bringing Eva to the event. We're with Ted and Nicole in Nicole's office, and they're having a conversation about the uncomfortableness that might pop up but having both of his daughters at the event. So he says, had just had left Kat to try to smooth her ruffled feathers about the fact of hearing Eva call him dad. She was like, honey, you knew that was never going to go well with our daughter, honey. He was like, the truth is, I do have another daughter, and I'm not going to ignore that fact just because Kat don't like that shit. And Nicole agrees. She's like, and you shouldn't. He says, loving Eva doesn't make me love Kat any less. And I'm going to stand on that shit until she understands that. Nicole, her heartless self. Well, I don't envy you. It's like walking a tightrope. Where is her heart? What happened to Carlton? Damn. So he says, will it be easy for me to not bring Eva to the event to please Kat? He was like, it will be easy, yes. He said, but should I? He was like, look, I'm just hoping that one day that I'm thinking so positive that they both will see each other as sisters. Eva should be thankful, Nicole says. She has at least one sane parent. Yes. Eva just said that shit yesterday. He was like, okay, well, hey, was that a compliment? She was like, probably as close to one as you'll get from me these days. He says, I'll take it. That outfit she got on is noise. It's satin top and a satin skirt. Girl, I would sweat that shit out. Y'all would see sweat stains all through that damn outfit, under my arms, between my thighs, on my boot. Y'all would see sweat stains all on satin. I don't know why satin does not agree with my body type. I've tried it. I've tried it. It just makes my body hot. I don't know if it's the natural fibers in it. I can't have satin sheets. It's just not cool. So Nicole says, I'll send you your tickets. It will be a great night. It always is, he says. Well, you have to remember something, Eva. We're back at the country club with Eva and her man. Social standing works here just like it does in our old neighborhood. I'm hoping that Leslie keeps writing these big ass checks, and then when she's expecting for Anita to be dropping that money in there, ain't nothing gonna be in there. Please keep writing these big ass checks, Leslie, please, because that well will run dry. It will. And I feel that Eva's going to do great with her money. She's going to invest it. She has a great a great career. She's going to help her mom at the end of all of this, but that bitch is going to be broke within a year. And now there are the peacocks and everyone else, she tells Eva. See, I like to think of it like a pyramid. And if I don't want to be at the bottom, then it pays to know who's on top. Yeah. And act accordingly. Toodles. Mwah. And she leaves. Eva's like, this bitch. Like, it's like this smile on her face, this forever smile that's on her face, because she really feels that Ted is that he should have never gave her that peen, honey. He should have never gave her that Kit Kat bar, honey. That Snicker bar, whatever you want to call it. Take a look at this, Vernon, honey. The Winterfest Light Show is going to be extraordinary this year. We are back at the Palace with Vernon and Anita. And she's telling him about Winterfest. We're at the end of the show, so I wonder what's going to happen. It's all described in this proposal from this new vendor. It's not going to be just a tree here and an ice block there. He was like, let me see. So he looks at the iPad. So she notices his cufflinks. He has them on. You haven't worn these in a while, baby. I thought they were lost. Uh-oh. I'd be devastated if they were lost. They were a gift from you after all, baby. When I was first elected to the Senate, I treasured them so much. When you hadn't worn them, I kept meaning to ask you about them. Where the fuck were they? I was worried, honey. Well, I like to cycle through the other cufflinks every once in a while. They get lonely. But I always go back to my favorite one. And they give each other a real smooch, and that was the end of the show. Okay. I mean, I'm liking the lines that they're giving in the show regarding how he's talking about his his love for her, but yet we saw him with Sharon and how Sharon is telling him, "Let's go back to the hotel." I mean, it's giving like they're having an affair, but we know that they're not. Vernon does not want anyone else but Anita. Point blank. Period. Nobody can take her place. Maybe Barbara did, but I'm just kidding. Maybe Barbara did back in the day, but no, not now. And that is the end of episode number 171. Let me go ahead and get this uploaded and meshed together. No pictures. I will do them on Friday. I definitely will have them on Friday because I have more time. It was just a makeup day for me. See y'all in the next video. Bye.